Tales of the Jedi is beautiful and stunning, not just in its storytelling, the upscaled resolution, frame rate, and improved animation, but it's the finer visual details that bring this show to life. Hi everyone, I hope you're doing alright and you're having a good day. Look, I'm pleasantly surprised with this backward-ass company. This show is great, and I believe there are factors that you may have taken for granted or that they've gone unnoticed. I'm going to highlight the quality of production. This would include lighting, camera effects, and overall artistic direction. With this being said, sit back, relax, and let's get into it. Starting with the lighting, I love the volumetric lighting this series has included. These are especially predominant within the trees. Note, as always should be, another can be seen in a window in a dark, tinted, warm colored room, or wherever the light source is piercing through an object. God rays are essential when establishing an atmosphere. Another tool, which was the very first thing I noticed, was the use of shallow focus. Right off the bat, this effect makes the show feel even more cinematic than it did before. Something clever they did was they didn't just hone in on the subject, but will go in reverse and fade into the background as well. The purpose is to highlight a person or object or whichever is desired in isolating any distractions, providing a sense of intensity. A moment that caught me off guard in which they did not implement shallow focus was the scene of Dooku approaching Qui-Gon Jinn in the Jedi Temple. And I believe this was intentional, showcasing to the audience the importance of these two having their last conversation. The second component of the lighting is the shadows. Similar to volumetric lighting, the shadow work is applied naturally and very appropriately, deepening the mood. I believe they handle the shadows of the faces perfectly. Example, Dooku and Mace. When both have limited exposure to light, Dooku's face will always appear to be more highlighted than Mace's. Due to Dooku's pronounced cheekbones, they will always seem to be exaggerated, adding depth to his midface. As Mace's features are far more smooth, they're easier to cover. But this does not always apply to Dooku equally. If void of all light in the shadow, you can see Dooku's face is far less sharp. It only takes a little bit of light to add dimension. As for the models, Dooku really stood out to me. They did a great job of showing his transformation of his age. These are seen in his beard and how it sharpens, the gray in his hair, and the bags growing under his eyes. Details like these go a long way. They also adjusted his proportions, making him more human and less stylized. Comparing his old model in Clone Wars to now, this one resembles Christopher Lee more in filling out his legs, spreading out his eyes and upper cheeks. Lastly, my favorite is the oil and matte painted skyboxes and textured layers. This is seen in the skies and certain assets. This is such a great element of adding depth to the environments and then adding a subtle drip of brushstrokes layered over the faces and skin features. Now, this doesn't apply evenly, depending on how texturalized they want the character to be. Example, Qui-Gon Jinn versus the Torguda's headtails or the fur of an animal. They all have different levels of coating. Details like these are a great touch of stylization. Also, I could not finish this video without mentioning the effects. The fire and flames looked amazing, and I enjoyed the 2D effect of the soup. In closing, all the variables I had listed, I believe take the show to greater heights within animation, or LucasArts' previous work. Nonetheless, I give them kudos, and I would like to see more animation and less live-action Star Wars. But, as always, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And remember to like and subscribe for future related content. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Take care.